So the most rewarding thing about my job, there's actually two things. One is just being able to create something from nothing. It's amazing. It's amazing to me. There's nothing there before, and now all of a sudden there's a whole song, there's a track, and it could go on the radio. So that's crazy amazing to me. I don't even understand how it happens. It just happens. So that's one. Two is having the connection with people when they hear your music, even if it's at a party, on the dance floor, if it's in the car, on the radio, whatever impacts them, if it's on a movie, on a TV show, and it's playing in the background and it helps that scene happen. Just seeing that music impact on people, I think that's very rewarding. Looks like it's war again. Looks like it's war again. My name is Leonardo Antinori. I'm a producer, songwriter, and founder of New Vine Music, a recording studio, music production, and record label here in Santa Monica, California. I love singing with my wife. We're a duo, and we perform together. And my main responsibilities here at the studio are to produce songs for TV and film, create songs for my band Georgie and Leo, and also help other artists and with their albums, with their singles, creating new music and songwriting with them, for them, and releasing the songs to the world. When I was young, I always had a vision of owning a record label, being able to use my productions for my own music, but also be able to help other artists and also creatively be able to do different things. Because when you're an artist and you're doing your sound, you always have to kind of stick to kind of one style, or at least the project has to sound like one thing. Some days I have clients that come in and I produce for them, I make the music for them. Sometimes I co-write songs with them, record their vocals, do vocal production. Other days it's mixing days, and I mix the record, so I just balance all the different sounds and everything. Other days it's just me producing. So I come in and I just create and songwrite songs, and I just add guitar, piano, beats. I start writing lyrics. I do vocals as well. I sing. So in one day, okay, I'm not feeling creative in the morning, so I come in the afternoon, but then I stay till 2 a.m. maybe, or maybe sometimes I come in at night and work till 3 in the morning. Well, my background is kind of all over the place. My mom is from Central America. My dad is from Italy. I was born in Rome. I grew up all over the place. I lived in Austria for a long time, in Vienna, and then in Felden am Wörthersee in southern Austria for 3 years. I lived in Cameroon for 3 years, in Africa, and then I moved to the States when I was 18. I studied music business in Houston before getting involved in a talent competition, and that's how I ended up in LA. And when I first moved to Houston, I actually made a studio in my house, and I just kind of started getting gear and building it up, and now it is what it is. You know, it's not the easiest job because you really need to. There's so much competition, and there's so much out there, and so you just really need to be good at what you do or get better at what you do. Obviously, it is good to have a natural talent for it, but you can learn. You can learn so much. And there's so many fields because there's production, there's songwriting, there's singing, there's live performances, there is engineering. You know, there's so many different fields within music. So, you know, if you're not that passionate and you can't like really persevere in one part, maybe you can in the next. You need to just find what you really love, because if you don't really love it, you're not going to last, because you won't have that energy and that drive to just keep going. So in order to really make a living at making music, you do have to go an extra step. You have to work extra hours. You have to be willing to just put in more of yourself. You might be tired if you work from 9 to 5, but you're exhausted when you work from when you do music and you do your own thing, because you're pouring your heart and your passion and everything into it. So it just kind of feels like it's more. So just be aware of that. To myself at 14, I would say write more songs, because I had it in me, and I had the lyrics and creativity in me, and I know that I could have written more songs, and I wish I would have at that age. Two, practice more. So I started playing guitar and keys and everything, but I think practice more, but might have gotten distracted at that age. And third is learn everything you can about the business. Read books, read more books about the music business, how it works, the ins and outs, just so you know what you're getting into, so you have a better scope and understanding of the whole business.